What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And this is part 2 of number 105 of the number 1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This right here is Off The Script, the number 1 wrestling podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, Saturday morning, February 20th, 2016. We got Fastlane tomorrow night. You guys know the deal about that. And today, we're going to continue the Fastlane coverage with more preview, predictions, match card, and analysis. Not by me, because I gave you my 2 cents yesterday. Today, we have a special guest on Off The Script. Juicy motherfucking Steen, bro. You're probably asking me, JD, who the fuck is that? If you guys know who Justin LaBar is, if you guys know who Josh Eisenberg and Brian Ghoulish is, if you guys know what Chair Shot Reality is, I hope you do. If not, you are a grade A fucking goon. All their information, YouTube, WrestleZone, Twitter, everything will be linked down below in the description. Juicy is actually a part of Team LaBar. He is Justin LaBar's intern, okay? He's an aspiring writer. He's got his own YouTube channel. He wants to rebrand his channel. DVD talk, DVD reviews, WWE toys, wrestling reviews. He wants to become a wrestling channel, full-blown. He wants to do the wrestling thing, okay? And he reached out to me, and without question, I'm putting him on Off The Script because I want to help him repackage his channel and rebrand his channel. You know, and he knows and loves the world of professional wrestling. He loves the WWE, and there's no better opinion than someone who loves the WWE, man. Seriously. He's going to give you his Fastlane preview and predictions in just a little bit. But what I want you to do, after you listen to Juicy speak, okay, what I want you guys to do is go to his Twitter, show him some love. I'll leave you his Twitter link down in the description below. What I also want you guys to do is subscribe to his YouTube channel. Help him in the rebranding and the repackaging of his YouTube channel, man. He told me he wants to get to 2,000 subs. If I can be a part of that and help him get to 2,000 subs, and be that first step in repackaging his channel, that would be fucking awesome from everybody here on Off The Script, man. Off The Script, to me, when I do Off The Script, I do it for you guys. It's the love and the passion for WWE. Even though we have some hardships when we watch WWE, I'm still on here talking about it. I'm still on here loving everything about the WWE, no matter how shitty the product has been and no matter how many times we disagree on things. It's that love for WWE, and Juicy has that, okay? As well as LaBar, Eisenberg, Ghoulish, Chairshot, everybody associated with Chairshot and what they do on a weekly basis. Everyone loves WWE, man. So does Juicy. So what I want you guys to do is exactly what I just stated. Go follow him on Twitter. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's be a part of him getting to 2,000 subscribers. And without further ado, Juicy Steen giving you his WWE 2016 Fastlane predictions. I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy Juicy's video, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Hey guys, this is Maynard 101. Happy to be featured here on JD from New York 206's channel. Got to hang out with JD a couple of times, for a couple of days rather, up in New York for SummerSlam this past summer in Brooklyn, and hopefully we'll do that again this year. Great guy, great, even better YouTuber. You know, if that's even possible. But nevertheless, I'm glad that he's given me this opportunity to showcase what I've got here. Maynard 101 has been a channel for almost 9 years now. I've done wrestling figures. We'll see more of that soon. Some DVD reviews, some wrestling news in general. We'll see what happens with that. But right now, Fastlane 2016. What's going to happen? I'm here to tell you. Or at least what I think. It's a big pay-per-view going into WrestleMania 32, which you're trying to make the best ever, the biggest ever, you know, 100,000 plus at Jerry World back in Dallas. So, the pre-show, we've got Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. 2 out of 3 falls, U.S. title. I don't know why this is pre-show. A 2 out of 3 falls match I totally could have seen with the Dolph Kevin Owens match, or the AJ Chris Jericho match, especially the AJ match, considering they've already fought twice. Nevertheless, this is going to be on the pre-show on the network. I want to have to say Kalisto retains here. I don't know what lies ahead for Mania, although I would lean towards the side of an Intercontinental ladder match type thing like they did at Mania 31. This time, insert the U.S. title and do a ladder match there. We'll see what happens, but I take Kalisto in the full 3 falls. And then we've got AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho in their rubber match. I look for AJ to go over here. No doubt in my mind that they're just prepping him for a decent Mania match. Hopefully against Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental title, which we'll get to that in a second. But I totally think AJ will go over. Jericho has put guys over in the past. Fandango at WrestleMania 29. That's a pretty big deal. So AJ Styles at Fastlane. AJ Styles, not Fandango. It's a little bit of a different story, and I do think that AJ will go over here in a nice contest. AJ Jericho, Owen Ziggler, the main event, the pre-show match, a lot of decent stuff on this card. Very, very underrated card, in my opinion. In the words of JD's Off The Script, Get Off My TV has sponsored this next match. Ryback, Big Show, Kane versus the Wyatt family. 6-man tag. Who cares? Wyatts have to go over here because if it's going to be against Lesnar with Bray Wyatt, Wyatt's got to look strong. So, Wyatt family. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Team Bad in a tag match. I've got to go with Sasha and Becky Lynch on this one. I think the plan is for Sasha to go against Charlotte. Maybe add Becky Lynch in a triple threat, but at least Sasha and Charlotte at WrestleMania for the Divas title. Speaking of, Charlotte versus Brie Bella for the Divas title. I think Charlotte wins here. Everybody's been talking about Brie Bella retiring possibly in the summer. If that happens, maybe she gets a title run here or there by then, but I don't think it would have to be after Mania unless she wins here and loses it really fast. But there would be no point in that. I think you got to keep building Charlotte as this champion to beat and have Sasha go over at WrestleMania 32. You've got Owens Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. These guys have had 4,000 matches on Raw and SmackDown combined. I think this match, now that it's for a title, might not necessarily make this a better match, but on paper, something to fight for. I don't know. I like Owens in this match. I think he holds the belt to Mania, and again, I think he goes against AJ Styles in what could be a show-stealing WrestleMania 32 match. And then, main event, Dean, Roman, Brock. Beast versus the Best Friends, triple threat. Winner goes on to face Triple H at Mania 32. At this point, a couple days before Mania, before the Mania at Fastlane, to go into Mania, I had to make a transition to make myself sound smooth. I say 33% chance for all 3 of these guys. Initially, everybody thought, and I was one of them, Roman Reigns, automatic choice. And then, due to Lesnar being interfered with the Wyatts, taking him out of the picture, a triple threat match, no DQ. And then I also thought Dean Ambrose will get the fall, some screwy thing with Roman Reigns. I don't know, the Authority helped him, I don't know. I think then Brock could have a shot at Triple H at Mania, especially with SmackDown ending like it did with a face-to-face thing. And then Dean has been the main, the focal point here, showing him that, I'll go against Brock by myself, it doesn't matter, I'll get up every time you knock me down, I'm crazy. And there the crowd's been getting behind him too. Could it be 3 years in a row where the crowd determines who's going to face the champion at WrestleMania? I don't know. I want to stick with Roman Reigns, I think, as a safe bet to face Triple H. If I had to have a backup plan, I would say Brock Lesnar, honestly. Do something else with the Wyatts and have Lesnar go against Triple H in their second Mania match, but it's for the title, and Triple H hasn't been to Suplex City at this new Brock since SummerSlam 2014. We have not seen Triple H against that. So that's my second pick. I think Ambrose is a close third pick, though. If the crowd gets behind him, and Roman Reigns is going to get booed at Fastlane. I don't see anything turning out well if Roman Reigns wins, unless he turns heel, and I don't see that. I totally see Dean Ambrose turning heel out of anybody in this match. That's Roman. I will say this, though. I would not be shocked one bit if Roman Reigns does turn heel at Fastlane. I don't know if it means much to go into Mania like that, but it's something. That's the only way that he's going to get over. He can turn heel and have Ambrose win, so put that in mind as well. He also can turn heel and have Brock win and Roman versus Dean at Fastlane. So, I'll try to make that a quick little 6-minute rundown. I said AJ would win. The Wyatts would win the Get Off My TV match. Kevin Owens will go over against Ziggler. I like Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks over Team Bad. Charlotte to go over Brie Bella. Kalisto in 3 falls to take out Del Rio in the pre-show for the U.S. title to retain. And I like Roman Reigns to win the No. 1 Contenders match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 32. I'm Mater111. Again, thanks to JD for putting me up before this Off the Script episode. Hope you guys like it. It's going to be a banger. WrestleMania's the road really begins next Monday after this video. But, you know, hopefully you like JD's predictions for Fastlane as well as mine. And I'm Mater111. I'll see you guys later.
Welcome back, guys, and that was Juicy Steen giving you his preview and predictions for Fastlane 2016 tomorrow night live on the WWE Network. If you enjoyed what you seen and if you enjoyed what you heard, his Twitter and his YouTube page will be linked down below. Please, on behalf of Off the Script, go and show him some love, man. Thanks to Juicy again. Hope to talk to you soon, bro. Now, let's get on with the show, guys. We got big news as far as The Undertaker goes and WrestleMania 32. Rumors running rampant for the last few days about The Undertaker and his mystery opponent that was chosen by WWE officials at WrestleMania 32. The report reads as follows. The Undertaker's WrestleMania 32 opponent has been quite the mystery this year, especially with all the injuries that have decimated the WWE roster. It was expected to finally be the long-anticipated match between The Undertaker and John Cena, but the latter's injury makes the match very unlikely. It's being said that WWE officials were hopeful for Cena versus The Undertaker this April in Dallas, but it's now being reported by other sources that WWE has chosen a different opponent. According to WrestlingInc.com, WWE officials have finalized The Undertaker's opponent for WrestleMania 32 in April. Although they have decided who his opponent will be, it hasn't been revealed to the public yet. And there is very little information. I'll discuss that in a second. What we do know is that WWE has turned down the ideas of The Undertaker versus Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena. So those names can be erased from WWE's list. Okay, Lesnar, obviously, they finished their battle in Hell in a Cell. Braun Strowman, there was huge backlash online about Braun Strowman, and rightfully so, because Braun Strowman does not deserve a match with The Undertaker, let alone at WrestleMania. Way too green. We have not seen Braun Strowman in a 1v1 situation, which needs to happen for a extended period of time if WWE wants us to believe in Braun Strowman to stand toe-to-toe with The Undertaker. And John Cena, obviously, because he's injured, and we don't know the prognosis of his, comeback and his status. But WWE doing the right thing here by booking WrestleMania without John Cena. I like that they're making strides to book WrestleMania and move forward, even though they don't know what John Cena's status really is, okay? The only thing that we know through the Wrestling Observer is that The Undertaker's opponent at this year's WrestleMania is not someone who is currently on the active roster. This could mean a variety of things. This is a very, very wide open statement. I want you to look at the key word there, active. John Cena is not active. John Cena is on the DL. So, WWE throwing this screwball, an R.A. Dickey screwball at that, Toronto Blue Jays. I'm not sure if he's with the team anymore. I know my brother's a big Blue Jays fan. But you guys get the point. An R.A. Dickey fucking screwball at 60 miles an hour. WWE is trying to do the best they possibly can to make some part of WrestleMania intriguing, because I'm pretty sure they have to know that WWE fan backlash with the internet community is at an all-time high, especially with Roman Reigns, being in the title picture, and Roman Reigns being forced upon us again, and WWE's valiant effort to get this man over with the crowd and get him in the top spot at WrestleMania and to get him the WWE Champion, to go one-on-one with Triple H. WWE has to know this. I can't believe that they are this ignorant to realize that Roman Reigns and this push with Roman Reigns is falling flat on its face yet again. And it's because of WWE's shitty booking. So WWE has to go out there and make this part of WrestleMania intriguing. You know, the streak is dead. Lesnar ended the streak at WrestleMania 30. The Undertaker will always have a prime position at WrestleMania, no matter if he's fucking 20, whatever, one loss, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 1. He could fucking lose the rest of the WrestleManias he's got in him. It's always going to be an intriguing storyline as to see who fights The Undertaker at WrestleMania, because not many people are worthy to step in the ring 1v1 with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Now, the word active, you got to realize that active is a big, big key word there. John Cena is not active. You know, this could mean outside of WWE as well. Could mean a Bill Goldberg. It could mean a Kurt Angle. It could mean anybody that WWE, you know, hasn't really looked at upon signing yet, but they're looking to bring back for WrestleMania. Okay? So the only thing we don't know through the Wrestling Observer is that The Undertaker's opponent is not on the active roster. Naturally, this has led to a lot of speculation about WWE pulling the trigger on Sting versus The Undertaker, and I want to throw that right out of the fucking gate immediately. It's not Sting. I can't believe it would be Sting because he's going to need neck surgery. And with the way WWE's handling the head injuries and the neck injuries, I doubt Sting is going to be in the ring with The Undertaker. So you can immediately throw that out the window. Okay, that's done. And at this point, I don't even give a shit about Sting versus The Undertaker. WWE had the opportunity to do that, and that ship has long fucking sailed away. So it's not Sting, okay? A lot of speculation about WWE pulling the trigger on Sting versus The Undertaker, but Sting's neck issues make it difficult for that match to be booked unless it's specifically a retirement match for one of them or even both of them. And The Undertaker, I reported, is not retiring anytime soon. He's got a few more manias left in him, and he's looking absolutely fucking phenomenal from the one picture that I've seen, and reports are saying that he's looking in some of the best shape in his career. So Undertaker right now, not going to be retiring anytime soon. It's also very likely that WWE has signed another talent to come into the WWE to challenge The Undertaker at his 24th WrestleMania appearance. Who do you think The Undertaker's mystery opponent at WrestleMania will be? I don't know. Vince McMahon has the top of the WrestleMania card done, and that includes a match with The Undertaker, according to sources. Despite previous talks about doing Cena versus Undertaker, if Cena was able to recover in time, it looks like there are new plans for The Undertaker. This could be an indication that the company doesn't think Cena will be ready. Undertaker has a match, and the names are not Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, or John Cena, as noted. At one point, there was talk of doing Undertaker for Strowman, but those plans were scrapped due to the negative online reaction from fans on social media, and rightfully so. There is no word on who is facing The Undertaker, but word is that it's someone that is not on the active roster right now. Could that someone be a Bill Goldberg? He has expressed interest in doing one more match in WWE. Could it be Sting? If Sting has recovered from neck injury, then I could see them doing Sting versus Undertaker in a retirement match with Taker getting the win. That's according to this source. I don't think Sting is going to be there. Like I said, if the opponent is Sting, then he would only be the second person in WWE to be inducted into the Hall of Fame and then wrestling on the next night at WrestleMania. So, my stance on this is, you know, WWE has to tread very carefully here, and John Cena is needed now more than ever, whether you like him or you fucking hate him. I don't give a shit what your opinion on John Cena is. I really don't. My opinion on John Cena is, yes, I'm not a John Cena fanboy, goons. Number two, I don't like John Cena's gimmick. It's stale. It's been the same fucking shit for 13 years. Okay? We all know this. But you can't doubt what John Cena's star power does. The United States title was fucking brought back from the dead when it was put on John Cena. And that was the most interesting part of Monday Night Raw, when he had the US Open Challenge. And if WWE wants to continue that, I believe the U.S. title should be defended every fucking week on Monday Night Raw to give you that intrigue factor, to give you that one part of Monday Night Raw that is fucking interesting. John Cena did that. And John Cena stepped up his game. He's not the greatest fucking wrestler in the world. We all know this. But he stepped in the ring with a variety of opponents, ranging from Neville, Zayn, Zack Ryder, you name it, Alberto Del Rio, and Kevin Owens. And he pretty much wrestled their style. Yes, they led the matches. Yes, they made Cena look even better than he usually looks. But John Cena was able to hang with all those different styles of wrestlers, shape and sizes, and in-ring ability. What does that tell you? You have to respect his ability. Not only his star power, but what he can do with a variety of opponents that WWE threw at him. WWE needs John Cena. They need this WrestleMania to have one big marquee match, because the way things are going, Brock Lesnar alone is not going to be enough star power. Seth Rollins is out. Randy Orton is out. Fucking Cesaro is out. You name it. They're gone. There's not the big names that we're used to seeing for WrestleMania this year. Daniel Bryan is retired. WWE has to do something. And they're banking on John Cena to come back. This Vincent J. Sr. Award, thing going on for Monday Night Raw. I think this is a way to bring John Cena back to TV. And Monday, Raw, following Fastlane, this is going to be the official kickoff for WrestleMania build. So, Undertaker, I got a report coming out. He might be at Monday Night Raw. John Cena might be on Monday Night Raw. This is literally going to be all hands on deck Monday Night Raw to build towards WrestleMania. Because WWE needs this. WWE needs to get this started. And I know they want John Cena. But WWE also has to be careful about risking further injury to John Cena. All these times that Cena has come back from injury, yes, it might look great. It might make him look great. He's been doing it time and time and time again. But what is it doing to his body? The faster he comes back, the higher risk of injury. And he always injures something else. Because he puts his body on the line. He puts his life on the line every single time he goes out there. WWE has to be mindful that if he rushes back from an injury, that the potential for re-injury is great. Same thing with Seth Rollins. You don't want to rush Seth Rollins back after, the reports are saying that he's well ahead of schedule. So WWE has to tread this line very carefully. Do they want Cena back for The Undertaker at WrestleMania to give them that one marquee match that we have not seen on the grand stage yet? Or do they want to risk Cena's injury and have him in there against The Undertaker and pretty much diminish away the remaining years he has on his career? You got to be careful about this. I want the Cena versus Undertaker match because even though the streak has ended, the match still brings great intrigue. It's going to be very interesting, not only for the hardcore fans, but the casual fans as well. And the predictability of the match, that unpredictability of the match is going to be unbelievable. People are going to have an outrage if The Undertaker loses to John Cena. If the WWE books John Cena to go over The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Personally, I don't see The Undertaker losing another match at WrestleMania. I think that is one and done. They did that. They did it for the network. They did it for shock and awe. They did it for the shock value. Undertaker really wasn't in the best shape of his life. It might have been the time to do it then. Now that The Undertaker is relatively healthy, he looks to be in the best shape of his fucking life. I don't see The Undertaker losing at WrestleMania anymore. And no matter if it's a John Cena, a Sting, a Kevin Owens, I think The Undertaker is going to remain undefeated going forward at WrestleMania. Cena versus Undertaker will happen. Why? Because I don't think John Cena is going to miss WrestleMania. I don't think John Cena wants to sit out of that massive payday. And I don't think John Cena wants to sit out as WWE is breaking fucking world records with his attendance for WrestleMania 32. It's going to break John Cena's heart to know, and when he looks at the WrestleMania card and looks back on it after it's all said and done, and his name was not on the fucking list. John Cena's working hard to be back at WrestleMania, and he will be back at WrestleMania. I'd rather have a John Cena at 75% than no John Cena at all go against The Undertaker. So that's my opinion on that. It will be John Cena versus Taker at WrestleMania because I don't think anybody, number one, is worthy, and I don't think WWE has the resources right now to go out and bring someone in like that and put him against The Undertaker. Unless the only one I would actually be okay with if WWE went out and signed him, and no, not Bill Goldberg. I don't want Goldberg anywhere near a ring with The Undertaker, because I don't think it's going to be a match worthy of what The Undertaker is capable of. The only name that I would be okay with and that I would be fucking doing my own yes chant to is Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania should have happened back in the day when they were going at it. I think Undertaker versus Kurt Angle could be phenomenal at WrestleMania 32. That's the only name I would take outside of John Cena, but I do believe it will be John Cena versus The Undertaker. King Barrett will leave WWE when his contract expires in June. Good for him. Apparently, Brie Bella isn't the only one leaving WWE this summer. The rumor mill is now reporting that King Barrett of the League of Nations will be leaving WWE when his contract expires later this year. According to several sources, including WrestlingNewsSource.com, Barrett is leaving because he is said to be unhappy with his current role in WWE and has already given his notice to WWE that he will not be signing a new deal, and his current one expires in June. Back in 2010, Wade Barrett was potential superstar on the rise after winning the first season of NXT and exploding onto WWE as the leader of the Nexus, which is still to this very day one of the most shocking moments that any one of us will see when watching Monday Night Raw, man. That was fucking brilliant. Holy shit, was that fucking brilliant. Nobody expected that. That's when Daniel Bryan got fired for choking Justin Roberts out with his own tie. That was fucking unbelievable. And they just completely destroyed everything in their path, man. The ring, the announce desk, the timekeeper's area. They were ripping up the fucking mats off the ring, the ring aprons. You name it, man. And John Cena was in the midst of all that. He got his fucking ass kicked. So that was quite the shock to see that. And that's when Wade Barrett had the most stock he's ever had in WWE. However, his career has been plagued by a number of injuries that have always just kept him shy of breaking major ground as WWE main event status. His current role has been to elevate other talents in the mid-card as a solid heel and being the member of the League of Nations stable, or being a member of the League of Nations stable, which doesn't have much momentum to speak of on WWE television. Zero, if that. It seems that the former five-time Intercontinental Champion has accepted his fate, and he's finally realized that his current role in WWE has a glass ceiling that will stop him from reaching his true potential in the WWE. That is a fucking shame. And when Wade Barrett first burst on the scene, I would say his being, his demeanor was one that automatically demanded your attention. When he grabbed the microphone and he spoke, he demanded your attention and you listened. Wade Barrett with a microphone in his hand was fucking brilliant during this Nexus angle as they were trying to pretty much take over the WWE as disgruntled NXT embarrassments when WWE had them go through all that silly bullshit that was going on when they were having that competition. They broke out on Monday Night Raw, and it was one of the most shocking things that we've seen in recent memory on WWE television. This led to John Cena getting his revenge at that year's SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan was retired. Not retired. Daniel Bryan is retired, but Daniel Bryan was fired, and then he was brought back for SummerSlam to be a part of Team Cena as they beat the Nexus. Soon as that Nexus angle was ended at SummerSlam and they were embarrassed by John Cena's team, that was it for Wade Barrett and the Nexus. Everybody else pretty much didn't have a place on the WWE roster. They would never amount to anything, and Wade Barrett was the only one, along with Daniel Bryan and Ryback, that actually had anything to do with the WWE going forward. Okay? Wade Barrett really never got back on his feet after that, and he struggled to gain momentum after being embarrassed by WWE Creative. So from there on, he came up with the Bad News Barrett gimmick. And at first glance, I did not like this gimmick. I did not like the Bad News Barrett gimmick. I thought it was well beneath Wade Barrett. But what I didn't realize is that Wade Barrett was having fun. And when I seen this happen week after week after week, and Wade Barrett was having fun, I'm like, you know what? This guy is actually being genuine here. I see him enjoying his role in this gimmick. I can get behind this. Because what I want from when I watch WWE is I want to see someone who's genuine. That's why we all love Daniel Bryan. When I watched Wade Barrett do that silly shit with the podium as it raises high above the crowd, and he's got the fucking gavel, and he's like, I'm afraid I got some bad news. That was fucking great. And what WWE did not realize is that Wade Barrett, number one, was getting over on his own. Wade Barrett was getting over on his own. The reactions he was getting were organic. He was having fun. He was having a good time doing this gimmick. And people were enjoying it. And what does that tell you? What does that tell you with WWE when they see one of their own guys getting over on their own? They don't like it. They figured Wade Barrett was getting well ahead of what they even projected for this gimmick, and they fucking cut that shit down before he can even take it to the next step. That pissed me off. Wade Barrett was getting organic reactions, and WWE cut it back because they didn't want it to get over. They figured it was a joke, but it was getting over. And WWE said, oh, listen, we can't have this get over like this. We got to cut it back. And that's exactly what they did. And that fucking sucks for Wade Barrett because that gimmick had moments of brilliance. And WWE didn't realize this, but Wade Barrett with Bad News Barrett and that gimmick, he could either be a face or a dastardly heel. And that's what WWE didn't realize. Wade Barrett could play both sides of the fence with that gimmick. And I don't understand why, to this very day, they cut that down. Then they gave him the King of the Ring. You know, King of the Ring. Look at the members of the King of the Ring, man. The Elite. Stone Cold, Owen, Brett, you know, Brock Lesnar. You name it. Fucking names that are WWE Hall of Famers. Wade Barrett won King of the Ring. WWE hyped this King of the Ring with one fucking commercial. Not even a week build. We seen the commercial, we seen the coming attractions, and fucking 4 days later they gave us a King of the Ring special on the WWE Network. That's not the way you build King of the Ring. That's not the way you build a WWE superstar who you're going to give King of the Ring. Have him go through the struggles that everybody else went through to win that tournament and to win that honor so that we can actually relate to that WWE superstar, so that we can see the journey he took to get there and the struggle he took to get there. I don't understand why WWE gave the King of the Ring to Wade Barrett only again to cut him down. You know what they did with Wade Barrett? Back in the day when WWE gave someone the King of the Ring, and this should be still to this very day, WWE made that wrestler the number one contender for the WWE Championship to go on to fight for the title at SummerSlam. WWE did nothing with Wade Barrett. They gave him a fucking piece of shit crown and a scepter, and they put him in a feud with R-Truth, who had a fucking tinfoil crown and a scepter made of toilet paper rolls. That's the embarrassment they put Wade Barrett through. That's your King of the Ring. Nobody believed in King Barrett. Nobody wanted to see King Barrett. Nobody gave a shit about what King Barrett had to say. He barely got any reaction. They changed his theme music over and over and over again to the point where I didn't even recognize who was coming out anymore. I mean, you can't associate a wrestler to the audience if you're going to change his theme music over and over and over again. These are just the little things that WWE did to cut this guy down. And now he's in the league of fucking losers, which nobody fucking cares about at all. They were a group that was put together to get Roman Reigns over, and it still didn't work. So what are you doing? You're putting these guys through hell and embarrassing them and giving them fucking bullshit to work with to get Roman Reigns over, and in the end, it failed yet again. So Wade Barrett said, you know what? My contract's up. I'm done. I'm done. Gone. And I don't fucking blame him, man. Wade Barrett, today, whether he's able to work or not with the injury he has, I'm not sure if he's, well and ready to go in the ring yet, but he hasn't taken a bump in what seems like 3 or 4 months. If Wade Barrett is healthy, he could walk right now into TNA and be a world champion. He could walk into Ring of Honor and be a world champion. Wade Barrett, not the greatest in-ring worker. He's good at what he does, but where he shines most is when he's got a microphone in his hand. And I'm sure if he leaves WWE, he's going to be more motivated, more determined to get back to where he knows he can be. And WWE, again, as always, with everybody else before him, dropped the ball on someone who never reached the full potential we all know that he has. Wade Barrett leaving WWE, and rightfully so. Good for him. I wish him success wherever he goes, and I hope that he finds that success because we all know that he should have been having that success in WWE. That's all I got, guys, for right now. I mean, I got other things. Maybe I should just I got one more story. I don't want to make it too long of a video. I want to save some for Sunday as well. I got backstage news on Samoa Joe and Finn Balor being called up to the WWE's main roster. NXT and the main roster are expected to be looking very different after WrestleMania weekend this April. WWE has the potential to call up Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and Sami Zayn over the next few months to a year. Meanwhile, Austin Aries, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Apollo Crews will be able to carry forward the NXT brand through 2016. The only issue is that not all WWE officials are sure if it's a great idea to drastically change the roster of NXT when it's finding so much success. It's a very good problem to have, but it's a potential risk to have too much talent in NXT, or even bring too much talent to the main roster from NXT when Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Cesaro, John Cena will all be returning at some point in 2016. According to WrestleZone.com, NXT TakeOver Dallas is going to be a huge event that will determine the future of the brand. Apparently, WWE has a long-term plan for Finn Balor's main roster debut, and it may be postponed until the end of the year because WWE is very comfortable with Balor as the face of NXT. However, there has been some serious talk of Samoa Joe defeating Finn Balor for the NXT title at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Now, this is what I think about this. And from what I see and from what I gather on WWE television with NXT, they are really putting Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe through the ringer here. It was very bizarre to see a WWE Monday Night Raw-like ending on NXT this week with Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe again getting a double pin on one another. Even though it was a great match, they went 15-20 minutes, but the double pin reeked of something Vince McMahon would think of for a Monday Night Raw close or a Monday Night Raw main event. The struggle that they're doing, and we know Samoa Joe is going to be challenging Finn Balor for the NXT title. The struggle that we see Samoa Joe going through to get this title shot only says to me that I think Samoa Joe is going to take the title from Finn Balor. Now, it could go either way, but what I'm going with here, and what I would rather have is Samoa Joe on the main roster. I think he is the best heel in the WWE. His mannerisms, his facial expressions, his in-ring work, the way he carries himself can be absolutely fucking gold on the main roster. Especially if you're going to make Roman Reigns WWE Champion, projected WWE Champion, I should say, because we really don't know what's going on right now. WWE might throw an audible in there and have Dean Ambrose challenge for the WWE Championship, but even that, you can have Roman Reigns, if they continue on with Roman Reigns as a face or Dean Ambrose as a face, bring Samoa Joe up. I could see Samoa Joe challenging for the WWE Championship. He is that fucking good. Him as a heel is absolutely gold. And I love his work right now. Out of everybody, I love Balor, I love Crews, I love Zayn. You know, I can't wait to see Austin Aries down there. I can't wait to see Nakamura down there. Joe on the male side of NXT, excluding the women, has been absolutely brilliant. He's been my favorite part of NXT, man, just because of how he is playing his role. And I can't wait to see that on the main roster. I would love Joe on the main roster, but what I'm thinking is the struggle they're putting Joe through to get to NXT Dallas, I think they might give him the title. You know, WWE wants Finn Balor. I know Vince wants Finn Balor on the main roster. I know WWE sees a lot of money in Finn Balor, and we all want to see Finn Balor succeed because, to me, with Bryan gone and retired, you know, Sami Zayn, I see taking that sympathetic babyface Daniel Bryan type role. I would love for Sami Zayn to fill that void that Daniel Bryan left behind, man. That same exact role that Daniel Bryan filled. I would love Sami Zayn to be the next Daniel Bryan. I could see that. Finn Balor, to me, I could see as the face of the WWE once John Cena goes, man. He's 34 years old. You know, he's absolutely unbelievable at what he does. He's got the look. He's got the style. He's got the in-ring skill. He's got the entrance. He's got the theme music. He's got it all. And he's got a great look to the point where WWE can send him out doing these PR things, have him go to these talk shows, have him represent the company, this and that. Finn Balor is that guy. I've been saying it for months. WWE wants Finn Balor on the main roster. They got to do it this year. They got to do it this year. But me, I'm greedy. I'd love to see Balor, Joe, and Zayn all on the main roster at the same time. Will NXT be okay? Yes. Everybody else moves up. Everybody else got to grab the ball. WWE can use some of the guys that they got on the main roster and bring them back down to NXT. Put Breeze down back down to NXT, man. That would be a promotion for Tyler Breeze. You're not using Damian Sandow. Damian Sandow can have a great run down in NXT. Bo Dallas, Adam Rose. I'd love to see the Exotic Express down in NXT again. I'd love to see Bo Dallas recreated and rebranded back down in NXT, man. You got these guys, they're not doing shit on the main roster. The main roster is for fucking, you know, the upper echelon type guys, if you're going to bring the social outcasts to Monday Night Raw and have them embarrass themselves week after week after week, that's not utilizing them to their full potential. Adam Rose has potential. Bo Dallas has potential. Curtis Axel has potential. Those guys would thrive in NXT. You could rebrand the entire NXT roster after you pull 3 huge names like Balor, Joe, and Zayn from the roster to the main roster. You can rebrand NXT and bring those guys that you're not utilizing and you're paying them. What are you paying them for? Bring them back down to NXT, put them in NXT, and let them go. Because that's what they ultimately want to do. They don't want to go out there and start acting like clowns. Though it's TV time, they don't want to be acting like jokes. They want to be in the ring, fighting for championships, and in a competitive environment. That's my opinion on it. But I think Joe, with all the struggle he's going through, will beat Finn Balor at NXT Dallas on April 1st, man. That's my opinion on that, and that is off the script for Saturday, Part 2, Episode 105. I will be back, as always, for Part 3 right before Fastlane, man. I got another video going up later today. Undertaker news, man. When will The Undertaker be back on WWE television? I got breaking news about that, exclusive information you're not going to want to miss. I'm going to make a separate video on that. And as far as Off the Script, we got Off the Script tomorrow, and we have a WWE 2K simulation with the main event of Fastlane with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Dean Ambrose immediately following Sunday's episode of Off the Script, man. You're not going to want to miss it. Fastlane is here. Fastlane on the road to WrestleMania. I'm getting you guys covered, and I'm making it fun for everybody, man. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. Make sure to go tweet Juicy. Make sure to go subscribe to Juicy's channel. He's a great dude. I hung out with him during SummerSlam weekend with him and LeBar. We shared drinks. We had a bocce. We watched NXT Dallas. They went to SummerSlam. We watched Monday Night Raw. It was a great fucking time, man. Hope to do it again with those guys very, very soon. Always awesome. And I'll be back on Sunday with more Off the Script. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at JD206. Go out and buy your fucking t-shirts as well, man. Get off my TV and join the fucking movement. And I'll be back here with the Off the Script movement on Sunday for your Fastlane Go Home show, man. I'll talk to you later.